Button is on.
You go Tony in the bathroom again.
Live on Facebook. Live on the book. Next. Let's see. 1 second. 1 second. That's uploading. Let me put the music back on. Boom. I'm looking for it on Facebook. All right. It's a girl running into you. Has to be 3 years.
Don't get bag because you get ready to put it on the other side of the field. If it start raining, what do you need in the bag? Take the water bottle.
All right, that's it. Upload it to Facebook Live.
Pulling off.
Simply D. Somebody can introduce us because we are live.
Hey! What's up? It started to rain. What's up, people? This is your girl, the Philadelphia Princess of Comedy, and you are tuned in to another edition of Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. Each and every first and third Thursday, we are here to lie, to entertain. We just here. So, next to me, I got, well, it ain't next, but it's always going to be next. I got my wonderful co-host, you know, the man that moves all fast and makes it happen, my brother from another. Shout out to the man that makes it happen.
Just confused the hell out of us.
Who?
You. Look.
I confuse you. He knows who he is.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about Mr. Fastlane. I was all chilling.
That's what I was ready to get to.
Oh, all right, go ahead. We listening.
I thought she was talking about you.
Look, she said the man that move all fast. I'm like, okay, he first.
Who's that?
Oh, damn.
See?
Well, in that case, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy, and I'm in somebody's building.
He's in somebody's building.
While y'all do that, I'm going to share this. Go ahead, Ms. Archer. Still on you.
It makes it all happen.
You must don't see Simply D.
Behind his name.
You must don't see Simply D there.
Come on, bring yourself in.
Who, me? Simply D? Who? Was two more? Who?
You the man with the number behind the name.
Oh, look, we can't hear you. You going in and out. What's going on, good people? This is your boy Mark 5. Sadior Presents Open Conversation here the first and third Thursday. I am glad to be back. That's it.
And is my brother on?
Yeah, he on. He got to unmute himself first, though.
All right, unmute yourself.
Hey, what's up? It's your man Simply D. Sitting up here, rooftop rain style.
Damn.
Rooftop rain style. Simply D, where are you?
Dropping phone?
Atop of the hotel in Center City. I don't want to say the name.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless they
That's
get it.
in the bathroom.
I moved from the bathroom, yes.
Okay. You never know where we coming from. You never know where we coming from.
Exactly.
Rooftops, hotels.
That's what being live is all about.
That's right.
We're not sitting in the same location, the same day. It's something different.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to,
Guess what, Mark 5?
What's going on?
I moved and I unpacked my clothes, and guess what I found?
An open conversation shirt.
I sure did.
Look. That was an easy question. Look.
Found my open conversation shirt and took it and put it over my chair. Had all intent at my new situation today until you text and said 5:55.
Yeah, I figured ain't nobody jump on at 5:50. I always try to give it 5 minutes because I know we live busy lives and doing things, and you know, it's trust me, I understand. Look, I definitely understand. I'm trying to share the broadcast, so I am paying attention to y'all. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody know we're on. We got our regulars on. We got Dot. Dot, I know you don't like me calling you Dot, but I gotta call you Dot. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to it. It's been like over 40 years I called you Dot. Now you want me to be all, you know. I still call Booger Booger.
You still call Booger Booger?
Yeah, his name Booger. His name was Booger all my life. Now he want to be Dwayne. Man, get the hell out of here. Your name is Booger.
So
Look,
Simply D, we're gonna start off with you this week. How was your week?
My week was horrible.
Horrible.
Yes.
Why?
I got hit. Somebody hit the caddy.
Somebody hit your cat.
My caddy. The Cadillac.
Oh, how they do that?
I was sitting in the park at Belmont Plateau, and I was prepared to write. And by the grace of God, you know, something said, get out of the driver's seat and get in the passenger seat. And as soon as I switched over, these two knucklehead young boys come flying down the street, lost control of their car, and hit me and messed my car up. Hit me so hard, both of their front tires flew off their car.
Oh,
That's
dang.
how hard it hit. Yeah.
man, you know
So I just want to make note to the fact that I was excited to see you today because I wanted to talk about your dum-dum moment that you had at work with the spoons.
As you can see, I don't just pick on everybody else. I pick on myself as well. It was truly a dumb moment. I did not see those spoons sitting there.
All right, that's hilarious. Can you tell the people about it so that they know that we're not having private, personal conversations?
Okay, so what happened was I decided I was going to make some tea at work. And there's a container, a black container that holds everything, the sugar, the sweet and low, the spoons. Lo and behold, somebody moved the spoons. The two containers were empty. So now I'm looking under the cabinets and everything for spoons. Meanwhile, the spoons were in a silver tin right in front of me on the counter, and I did not see them.
And y'all have to go back on his page
The
because it is the most hilarious thing I have seen all week.
yeah,
I
they were
truly
right there.
comic moment, and it was a comic moment. So thank you for sharing with that. So all I read is go back and check out his page and look at where the spoons are. You had to look for them at first because at first I was like, oh, and then when I saw him, I said, oh.
But you know what's funny though? How when you're younger, you're scared to like show people that you make mistakes. And as you get older, the mistakes be funny as hell and you don't mind talking about it. You're comfortable with yourself. Like, you know, it's just like, damn. Yeah, the spoons is right there to the I looked at that, man, I was like, look. So it's nice to be able to be comfortable with yourself that you can laugh and talk about your goofy moments within yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't see him.
You ain't
You didn't
see
see
it?
it?
Hold it up again. Move it over. They right there to the right, in that little can next to the pink. I guess that's sweet and low. That's the
Yeah.
spoons right
Oh
there.
shit!
and he looking for him.
He looking for this shit.
So ain't that funny? Look. This is what happens when your mom trying to get past. Look, you see that? Look at my screen.
Crawling on the floor.
Really, like she really hiding. You see? Look.
He really crawl out the door. Come in and walk back out.
You couldn't really look, Mom. You couldn't hide. I'm sorry. Everybody sees you crawling.
She got to walk back out. She gave birth to you. She ain't got to crawl.
I know, but I guess she called herself trying to hide, and I'm looking at the screen, and I'm looking at this person behind me. I'm like, okay.
Crawling out. See? What the things that happened, this show gonna go down in history. So now, Fast Lane, you gotta top that. Tell me how your week was.
I can't top it at all.
At all?
Nope, not at all.
The mama
Not even
crawling,
food.
the spoons. You have nothing?
I have nothing. Nothing to follow. I can't even follow that one.
All right. Well, let me just share something with y'all. It's raining out here. And before I let my son get in his car from football practice with mud on him, I told him before he left, it's 2 toots to the takeoff. So I'm going to toot twice, and then I'm taking off. If he ain't in the car,
he probably going to run to the car, and that's if you hit the toot. He
better ride home.
Wow.
2 toots to the takeoff.
You said
So I toot twice, and then I'm taking off. That means that I have reached my peak. We're waiting for you. So I'm going toot twice, and I'm taking off. So if he ain't out here, he better get a ride home.
Wow.
So you remember when your parents used to tell you that? If you ain't here, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
This new millennium, how to do 2 toots to a takeoff. 2 toot, takeoff.
How was your week?
Mine was crazy. I had to cuss the new neighbors out.
Wow. You ain't been there a month. Look.
Yeah, because there's a woman that lives on the block. I don't care who she is. She got foster kids, and I don't care who she is. I'm put her business out there. 2 little white girls, and she black. Her and her son. Her and her husband. Her husband worked for FedEx. If I see him put any other un-FedEx property in that van, I'll be reporting the shit. Now, she gonna call my son dirty now.
Wow.
Because he spoke to the little girl. Talking about y'all little dirty boys. Don't be speaking to my daughter. First of all, don't call my son any attributes or give him any adjectives that I don't call him. I've never called him dirty, so don't you call him dirty. I said, these people must don't know where we come from. First of all, if you got something to say to a kid, and we're going to have a topic, we're going to do a show on this. I think that you as an adult should talk to another adult. Don't talk to the kids, because kids will say stuff in the wrong way, and then you take it as being disrespectful. So if you're living in a house, a woman should speak to the woman, the man should speak to the man, and the kids should talk to the kids. So I said to her, if you got something to say to my kids, say it to me, don't say it to them. Because if he say something wrong that you might not have liked, not necessarily being disrespectful, that you don't like, then it becomes a problem with you and him. And I don't need that. Have the conversation with adults.
Right.
So if it was a man, he should have said to him, go in the house and get your father, go in the house and get your uncle, go get an adult. But he didn't say. So I commenced to cussing her out. So, but here's the funny part. She was in the window listening to me when I was cussing her out, and I knew she was listening. She came out the next morning and apologized for everything I said. I said nothing to her, but I cussed her out. She came out and said, well, I didn't call your son dirty. I agree that you should call an adult. So you was listening. You should have came out then. Yeah. Don't hide behind the door. Stand firm in what you said.
Yeah, that's the only thing about moving on and a new neighborhood, having to deal with people knowing who you are and that whole situation. They don't bring pies and cakes to the new neighbors no more, I see.
But no, right. I agree. But as an adult, when you have problems, see, we grew up where we could chastise people in the proper way.
Right.
Nowadays, it'll start a whole fight between the adults. You know, you chastise somebody's kid and be like, go ahead, go get your fucking mother. Go ahead and get your mother. I'll kick your mother. Then it become one of them things.
Yeah.
Well, so, we got our list. We got our people on. James said that's wrong. That's your son. You mean LOL about leaving them. Beep beep, leaving them.
Oh, yep. 2 toots and the takeoff.
Dot said that parents just want to fight nowadays, basically.
That's it.
And that's, you know, is not. So we always look at the children and wonder where they get it from. It'd be from the parents sometimes.
Right.
You know, and I agree with that. You know, I'm not arguing with no female. I'm not doing none of that. Go get the man in the house. Yeah, go get this. Yeah, you talk to her. I don't deal with that. Like that's just a way I guess we look at things. You know what I mean?
That brings up that point, Mark. When you were selling some items, and I had questions.
Right.
When it got to a point where you stopped, you passed me to the wife.
Right. Yeah.
And you should have.
Right.
Listen, I have taken you but so far. Now we get ready to go to another realm. Let you talk to the woman behind this. So now I talk to where I got to ask those questions that only a woman should understand and know. And that's how we should relate. When you're a household, the man should talk to the man, the woman should talk to the woman, and the kids, you deal with them.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
But these kids, these adults want to fight. And guess what? By no means, let us say to our audience, these adults sometimes are very disrespectful. Adults. Adults think they can say anything they want to kids, and that's not cool. Then you wonder why kids pop off at the mouth, because you as an adult think that you can call my son dirty. You don't even know this little boy. He's far from dirty. He's very smart. He's very respectful. He was the one that was putting your trash out every night when your grown-ass husband didn't do it. So guess what? I didn't stop him from doing it because that's an important thing that he should learn, help a woman. Because he said, oh, it's a lady in there with a bunch of girls. And when he go to put out the trash, he put out all the 3-4 houses next to us. That same dirty little boy was putting out your trash.
Ain't that something?
So, you know, these people got to learn. As adults, you can't just say anything to kids. You know, listen, not mine. Right,
Yeah.
Dot? Tell them, Dot, not mine.
Yeah, but I think one of the things is that people have to realize that the way you treat children or the way they're gonna come off, they're gonna respond. You know what I mean? If you're treating a child in a way where you talking to them that way, you can't get mad when they respond a certain way. Their defense go up.
That's right.
You know, I mean, they still human. And
Exactly.
nowadays, these children and young adults don't have no problem cussing you out or doing something real
None.
crazy. So why even feed that type of situation?
Yeah, they have no filter, no respect.
Yeah.
And I see Simply D posting pictures with his daughter, beautiful daughters. I hope you got a gun, because I know you're going to have to kill somebody on that one. And Fastlane, I know your boys is grown. We just didn't grow up like that.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Certain stuff we just didn't play. And certain
Ab-
stuff our parents didn't play. Yeah, look, at all.
Right, because your mother crawling out the room. What kind of man is you to let your mother crawl out of the room?
Yeah, I just happen to look at the camera like, okay. Look, you hear them talking about you? Look, they can see you. You might as well just walk out. They like you right there. Like, just wave by is hot. Look. Look, she was going to do it again. And so she noticed that, oh, I came out the door and she right there.
Where's she at?
She ran past. You missed it. You must have looked somewhere else. She just ran past and waved.
Oh, okay. You don't crawl out that room, Mom. You gave birth to that boy. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, our mothers get a pass, man. We let them do what they want.
Absolutely. Especially the job they did, and we know what they've been through.
Yeah, absolutely. Do what you want. Listen, you want to take over the radio? Here go the mic.
Yeah, exactly.
And they always been supportive. They supportive, and you know, that's a very important thing. Like you just said about yours. You protective of yours. Some of these parents out here just let kids go through and don't do anything. They just don't give a damn.
Yeah, they don't follow up, don't do nothing.
It's sad. It's
You know, who you date, they don't even ask who you date.
Yeah.
You know?
Nope.
My like the answer dark child, my daughter just wanted us to meet her boyfriend. So we went over to his house. So I was like, tell him to come out to the car. So I'm sitting in the car and I was like, you can get in the back seat and we can have a quick conversation. So in the back seat, I had my bag, and under my bag, just enough so he could see it, I had my gun sticking out. So when he got, he looked over, and he was like, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that. Let me move that for you. He's like, you carry it with you all the time.
Like Marcus, who dating my niece, Marcus? Marcus. Chitty chitty bang bang. Look.
Be like that nowadays. You got to let but see, as a father, that's a proper way that you go through things. Now, Fastlane, on the flip side, you had boys. How did you react to your sons dating girls?
As long as they dated a girl, I ain't had no problem.
But that about says it all. God bless.
That was a good answer, bro.
Show it over. Show over. He said, as long as they dated a girl, that was all that mattered. Listen,
That's it.
listen, fathers, now, see, now you got the girls, simply. Fast Lane got the boys. Mark 5 got the mixed bag. So how is your reaction, Mark, with the boys and the girls?
Well, the girls, they already know. I'm laid back. I'm crazy about my two girls. And it's just more so I had a conversation with them like, yo, just don't hit them and don't disrespect them. I keep it 100. I know they could be a pain in the ass. Look, because I've been there, but I think it's about more so communication. As far as and plus my girls, I really ain't had no problem with. Like, they held their own. And I guess it was because the moms that they had, to the point that they didn't like put up with things. I think having a strong woman in a female's life is important. As far as the boys, they never really, I guess they never really, because I had women around me, I never had to say nothing, like, except when they start acting kind of crazy. I'm like, yo, come on, man, calm down, because don't bring no damn kids in here. As you see, some people don't listen, but look, I'm like, don't have, all right, you got one, that's it. Look, until you got your own and things is going well, that's when you can have as many as you want. But I'm not raising nobody damn kids. You see that as
Exactly. You got enough of your own.
Look, right?
All 20 of them.
Yeah, right. Look.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. I think that the moms have a lot to do with it, and my mother and the women that surround me had a lot to do with it. I mean, but people have to realize, though, as kids get older, they're gonna make their own decisions no matter what we say.
Exactly. Yeah. What was your reaction, Dark? You got what? All boys?
Well, all boys and one girl. Well, y'all know all mine is foster kids. So when that one girl started and I saw how girls act, I tapped out. I said, she's like, I want to be the only girl. And by golly, she was the only girl. Because girls, woo, they are a bit much. What you want, they want. Where you go, they go. They get their hair done. They want their hair done. They go to the mall. You go to the mall. Listen, it was too much. So, yeah, I'm good. Now, the boys, I'm all right with my boys, but I'm more open conversation-wise. Wow, you see that pun? No pun intended. Open conversation. What a plug. Shameless plug. But I've had real open conversations. Like, they 13. Boys at 13, they sticky. They got sticky, sticky hands, because now they starting to figure their body out. And I tell my son, stop touching me. You sticky, go date your girlfriend. What's wrong? He cranky in the morning. I was like, you didn't see Pauline last night? Pauline, no, he didn't see her last night. So I'm real open with the boys, but yeah, I'm going to fight for mine.
Let me ask everybody a question. What would your reaction have been had they brought home same-sex partner?
I knew that was coming. So he said, let me ask the question. I was like, look, I don't know how I felt that coming.
Hold up, let me mute mine because this shit ain't gonna go well.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 funky. I'm gonna keep it 100 funky. I'm not that one. I'm just not. I have yet to swallow that pill. Listen, you do you, but away from me. I'm not that one.
Okay.
No. I'm not. Listen, no.
Wow. Okay.
I can't.
She still look. This is how I'm gonna answer that one. Wait,
Mark. Wait, let me throw this piece at you. There was a star the other day. I had this conversation. That's wild that you asked. I had this conversation with my god kid's mom yesterday. Niecy Nash.
Yeah.
She just got married. she married some Jessica Bat. It was a woman. First of all, nobody knew Niecy Nash was gay. But here's what I don't understand. She married a woman that looked like a man. Why not just marry a man?
Exactly.
Why, I don't, and listen, forgive me for being ignorant and not understanding, but the woman looks like a man. So if you wanted somebody that looked like a man, why go for the second and not the original?
Exactly.
Go marry a man.
Right.
If
I don't
you
understand that either.
look like a woman, then marry a woman.
Right. I don't get that either. I just don't.
I don't.
Yeah. And it's ignorant. I just don't understand it.
I don't.
See, that's the thing. Let me say something real quick to our viewers. If y'all want to call in and chime in, y'all can call in at 215-909-6070. We got the phone line this week. Also, welcome to everybody that's listening on the radio, on Sadior Radio, for our Facebook followers and our YouTube viewers. You're listening to Sadior Presents Open Conversation here the first and third Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Around 7:15, we're going to have our Open Conversation entrepreneur guest on, who started a healthcare business as far as for seniors and stuff like that. So look forward to that. As far as when we say stuff, and we explain that we're not sure, we're not being rude, we're not being ignorant, we're not being any of those, ways. It's just that we don't understand. So if somebody's out there can explain to us or educate us why certain things, please, we are open people far as when it comes to listening and listening to other people's opinion about our topics. So I just wanted to say that real quick because, sometimes people get so emotional. We live in such an emotional world that nowadays when you say stuff and ask questions, people be like, oh, well, they such and such. No, we really want to know, because that's an actual question that I would like to know. Like, why not go for A1 instead of something that seems like it is? If that's what you like, then,
Right. Right.
So
yeah.
I'm curious about that too. Like, what makes them want that?
Right. You can have a tender man. If that's what women are, so tender and gentle, you can have a tender, gentle man.
Yeah,
These men who want boys that look like girls. I got a whole client. I used to work at the juvenile place, and I still talk to some of my kids. One of the young men dresses like a female every day, and he goes with a guy, and there's a big age difference. And I tend to be very vocal and a part of that relationship because I really think that he's using this little boy for like social security number because the gas is in his name. He can get a car. This man grown, got kids, and blah, 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 so forth and etc. So I try to be there for him. Why not just, you had a wife. Why are you having a boy dressed like a woman and that's your boo? Why not just go, what was wrong with your wife? She looked like a woman.
That's a control issue. That sounds like a control issue. That he can basically control that young man. And at the same time, like you said, it might be about some financial gain on that person's part, which is sad. That's sad. So,
Yeah.
What we got going on? What we got going on? Let's get
Wait, he didn't answer.
He forgot there.
He didn't answer.
Didn't answer.
You didn't answer.
Who?
Who, me?
Yeah, Simply D. You didn't say nothing.
I guess because if it was one of my daughters, I might be willing to adapt and accept it a little better because I'm kind of around it with the female that I deal with. So I might be a little more receptive to it because her daughters are. as far as my son goes, I don't know if I would accept that. Because, not that he has to be in the image of me, but, I try to enhance what I feel as though his strong points are. And I want to see him or know that he continues on my name by having his family and like bringing his kids into this world. So I don't know if I would accept that with my son.
So damn well I wouldn't accept it with mine. I would beat their ass every day until they would straighten it out. We ain't playing.
I tried to say, look.
Half of the people that's listening to us feel exactly the same way. No, more than half.
Yeah. But you know what? Even though they may feel that way, they may not be willing to open up their mouth and say anything to their kids because they wouldn't want to sever that relationship with their son or their daughter. So they kind of bite their tongue and don't say anything. They just accept it.
Yo, who was the person that got in trouble? Wasn't that Kevin Hart that said some shit about beating somebody with a chair or something to this question and got in trouble?
He might.
Oh God, I tried to save us, Miss Darkchild. You had to come back to it. Because I already knew where he was going to go with it.
Listen, that's why we're called open conversation, because we want to have these open conversations. Hey, Simply D, we here to do what?
Entertain, enlighten, and educate.
There you go.
And the thing about it is, people got to understand that everybody once, and I just had this conversation with somebody, once people can respect that other people's going to have their opinion on whatever topic it is, not just this, that they're not going to agree with everything that you feel or how you feel about situations, then the world would be a better place. Everybody feels different about certain things. Period. I can't get mad at Simply D if he felt about he didn't like cheesecake. He think they should stop making it, but I like cheesecake. So now I'm not gonna like him because he has his opinion. That's like, come on now. We live in a world where everybody gotta understand. Everybody has their own opinion on different things. And that's that, no matter what.
Right.
Be mad at him because he feel that type of way.
Right. And there's no reason we can't come together and have a conversation, agree to disagree, and still be cool.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Right.
So did y'all hear about the Monica and Brandy situation? What you were saying?
Motion at the front driveway.
What you was going to say?
That was amazing.
What? What was amazing?
What happened?
The Monica and Brandy. Monica versus Brandy.
Oh, you watched it?
So what happened?
They was on Versus. You know what Versus is, right?
Brandy act like she knew all of Monica's songs, but she really didn't.
Yeah, she was. Look, and she was sending a lot of shade. She was sending a lot of shots. Yeah. What it is, Simply, do you ever watch Versus?
No.
All right, that's something Timbaland and what's his name?
Right.
Switch Beats started.
Created, right.
But they were on this week. And they basically had a Monica versus Brandy.
I heard about it, yes.
Yeah, and what happens is they basically they go hit for hit. I think it's how many hits? 20 or 30 songs or something, back and forth. So this was like one of the biggest ones. It was 1.2 million people watching it.
Okay.
And that was just Instagram. From what I hear, all together it was like 5 million.
Okay.
So every time, Monica's a laid back person, but she's who she is. She say what she feel. Ain't no gray area, ain't no faking or nothing like that. Brandy, on the other hand, is more of a Hollywood, oh, don't say that, my daughter. Oh, we don't want to talk about sex, this, that, this, and that. Like she ain't never heard it before.
Right.
So every time Monica said something, it was like Brandy was like sending shots. She basically was like sending little undercover shots. And then she was acting like she liked every song that Monica played and that she knew the words and this and that. And it was just like really, it was just funny. It was just very funny.
It came off phony.
Yeah, and everybody picked up on it.
Okay.
Then she came looking like she was ready to go plant some corn or something, or some tomatoes in the backyard with the way she was dressed. and Monica came out there with this nice. Was that Fendi? Dark.
Fendi.
Yeah, that's a Fendi. Man, her outfit was crazy, and everybody said she get 10 points just from the outfit. Look, so
Okay.
it was just interesting that many people watched it, and it's becoming a big thing now. As far as they saying that's the new Soul Train or something like that, because it actually gives people a spotlight. And it reminded me of a lot of hits that they had that I didn't even realize that they had. I forgot all about it.
So did Monica win?
They nobody. I guess it's a personal opinion on who won and who
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
It wasn't it wasn't really
A battle.
them doing it. It wasn't a battle, but it was really battle for hits, and people was just sending in with comments. Of course, one of the memes that came out of it is, remember Monica in the video "Walk Out My Life"?
Yeah.
Her, she had the brown outfit where they clowned her about her sandal shoes with the stockings on. That became a meme. That was going on all weekend. Ever since then, that was funny. But to me, Brandy was okay, but Monica won. And Ray J was on the side. He was killing every last one of his sister songs. He did not sing not one of Monica's songs, and I thought that was corny. And that's why you see a couple days later, you see a picture with Monica with her brothers, and it says, "Brothers always stand by, never had to worry about him." Something to the effect that her brother always got her back. Just
Right.
Right. So it was real interesting.
Oh.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Now they getting ready to do the Locks versus G Unit.
That's interesting. I got some comments real quick. Let's see. My daughter jumped on here. She said she might love the woman for her. Then Ray got on here and said, "What's up, gang?" And my daughter says, "We all want our kids to grow up that way, but what if you still have to love them, basically, no matter what?" Ray said, "Yeah." Then I heard Brandy's outfit cost 10 times Monica. Wow, deep. The guy, they said you quiet. Mr. Fastlane, they said you quiet. Dallas Austin said back in the day, Monica punched Brandy. Brandy always throws shade. Oh, wow. So they must have had a little rumble that they kept quiet.
Okay.
They physically got into it back in the day.
Oh, wow. So that's why I think she said it was 8 years.
Yeah, that's why Brandy really went and apologized.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
There's always some things that go on behind the scenes that people don't have no clue in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
That went on. So what else is in the news? What else happened this week? What y'all got?
They talking about the vaccine for the corona.
The vaccine for the corona.
That quote unquote might not work.
Didn't they say it's a gel or something?
It's plasma.
Plasma?
Yeah. That you extract from people's blood.
Shit.
I personally, this is my opinion, America, he is fishing for anything he can find to try to say, I did this, so it will help his behind with the election. That's my personal.
Y'all know how I feel about the orange dude. I can't stand him. He's a racist. He's the biggest racist of any president that I've ever had in my lifetime. So anything that he says, I was watching CNN during the Republican National Convention. Go figure, I'm watching the Republican National Convention. But they had this fact checker on there, this guy that fact checks everything that Trump says. And damn near everything he said coming out of his mouth was a lie. And they was putting the facts up there as he was speaking. So it wasn't like, he said it and then the next day somebody was doing it. No, he said it and it popped up on a screen. He said the economy is in the best shape that it has been, ever. No, that's false. The economy is almost in the same state it was in at the end of Obama's third year, or at and Trump actually he received a great deal that he refuses to acknowledge.
Exactly.
He says, well, there's 9 million jobs have been created in the last couple of months, but the fact was he don't talk about the 23 million jobs that was lost due to the coronavirus.
Right.
But you don't talk about everything.
Right.
You know, he talk about the things that he's done. He's done more for black people than any president since Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
What have you done besides created a goddamn ball of confusion amongst blacks and whites and Asians?
Mm-hmm.
He still refuses to address the coronavirus as COVID-19 or coronavirus. He calls it the Chinese virus or the Chinese disease, which
Right.
now you're creating another problem because now you have an Asians, you know, or people of Asian descent that's being discriminated against. But
Right.
he don't acknowledge this. He did the whole situation that happened in, I think it was Wisconsin, where
Yes.
with a white boy walking down the street with a goddamn assault rifle shooting people. He
Right.
refused to say that this was a terroristic act. He says, well, there's an investigation going on right now and the guy was in fear for his life. But you call Black Lives Matter and people that's out there protesting a bunch of left wings, anarchists that's out there creating a bunch of trouble. He's catering right now. He's playing the race card and people don't see it. People are still sitting there saying, well, my vote is not going to count. Your vote is not going to count if you don't get out there and vote. You can't keep looking at this thing and saying, well, you know what? They already know who they're going to pick. No, it's about who you pick, who you vote for. And if you don't vote, then you just voted for the person that you don't want.
Right. Say that again, Mr. Fastlane. If you
don't vote, then you just voted for the person that you do not want. So you can't be mad at the end of the day if this orange motherfucker at the end of 4 years is back in that office again because you didn't go vote.
Exactly.
The same people that didn't vote last time, they have a lot of this, doing a lot of lip service, but you don't go vote. You have a right. It's a privilege. People died for this. But people are not going out to vote because I don't want to stand in line because of the coronavirus. But motherfucker, you outside standing in goddamn in line to get some goddamn crabs from the crab shack at 29th and Lehigh.
That's where they at.
Look at that.
Right? I don't get it. You standing in line at Rita's the first day they open. Motherfucker, you wasn't sitting there talking about social distancing. You was all up on the motherfucker in front of you ass talking about I can't see the sign.
Right. Or you standing in line to get the new pair of Jordans that just came the hell out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But you don't want to go vote. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't get the fact that his followers believe everything that comes out of this dude's mouth. Like it's baffling to me how they believe every word that comes out of this dude's mouth. And I be going at it with these guys on social media and call him a racist and say he's not. What is he lying about? Are you kidding me? What do you mean? What is he lying about? Everything.
Exactly. And
get it.
And I please want to address the guys, and I'm talking about the guys in particular that do not. They stuck in this 1950s type of way that because Biden selected a woman to be his running mate, that they're not going to vote for Biden because they don't want to vote for a woman. They don't want a woman in power. You better wake up.
Yeah.
You better wake up.
You know, it's going to be crazy. She get in office and straighten things out. Because what people have to realize, and this is not jock and woman, but women, and I think I talked about this last night on the show, that women are very, they pay attention to a lot of things that we don't even realize that they pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
They don't forget shit. Look,
they
don't forget anything, you know, and they analyze and strategically move the way they need to move to more so make sure that things is the way it need to be. Even though they're emotional creatures, right? Say it again.
Mhm.
They're emotional
see the way
creatures. Go ahead.
You see the way Mark 5, you see the way Mark 5 said that? They don't forget shit.
They don't.
Speaking from experience.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely. From my daughter all the way up. Look, but it's more so what we have to realize is this: that sometimes we need a change. We do need a change.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? And it's to the point now that a lot of people are saying, "Oh, she did this, she did that, she locked black people up, this and that." Okay, but what is Trump doing right now?
Mm.
Yeah.
Hanging them from the trees. He's
Matter of fact,
definitely
fuck it.
brought back
Go
lynching.
vote for Kanye West then.
You know, that's a vote for Trump because that's a distraction to take votes away from Biden. I'm not voting for that goddamn coon.
Man, he better sit his ass down. He better stop playing.
I've never seen a person so lost that he just and I never. That's the first time I've ever addressed a black man or black person, period, as a coon. But this mother, he works my nerves because you act like because you done made some money off the black folks that you done forgot where you came from.
Yeah.
You know, you done got rich and became famous off of us. But now you done forgot about where you came from because your mama's no longer here.
Yeah.
So and it's sad that you lost your mother, but at the same time, you don't forget where you came from. You matter of fact, you drop that anchor and you get more grounded in your roots so you can be just as good as your mother was to you as well as to everybody else. You know, as opposed to this nonsense, you want to serve as a distraction because you want this damn orange dude to get back in office. So you want to take votes away from Biden because you want the black people to vote for you because you want people to think, okay, this is a black man and we're going to vote for you. But at the same time, dog, you done forgot that you was a black man when it comes to certain other shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And the fact that you mentioned that you watched the RNC convention as well as I did, were you surprised about the black guys that got up there to speak?
No.
No, because you're going to find one and you'll find one and a group, you'll find one goddamn idiot that will get up there and just say whatever you want him to say. And now I'm not saying that the Trump has did everything wrong or he's did everything against black people because he may have helped out a token or two here and there. You know, he may have helped out a person because he did get the lady a pardon that had been in jail and probably was going to spend the rest of her life in jail. He did give her a pardon, but that pardon doesn't excuse 3.5 years of misery that you've taken black people through.
Exactly.
You've taken and said Ku Klux Klan members that tried to kill or did kill some black people down in Virginia. You said, oh, they were some good people. They were good people on both sides. What? You don't want to address these things that happen with your race, that the race that you claim you're from. You don't want to address the negative shit that they do, but you want to call black folks that's out there protesting for equality. You want to address us as anarchists, left-wing thugs, like we don't matter, and you refuse to accept that our lives matter.
Exactly. He has yet to say anything about any of the killings that have taken place.
Right.
You know, when he gets asked the question, oh, we're looking into it. It was a terrible thing, just terrible, just, you know, just horrible, but we're looking into it. You know what I mean? That's all you got to say? That's all.
Exactly.
Like, seriously, dude? And anytime that you can step up and call Black Lives Matters or Antifa terrorist groups, but you can't yet to this day say that the Ku Klux Klan is a terrorist group.
Because he's a member of it.
Not yet.
He's a gold card member of the Ku Klux Klan.
Exactly.
You know, the guy that just got shot up in Wisconsin. I don't recall his first name, but I know his last name was Jacob. You go to Wisconsin, but you didn't go to visit this man's family to give him your sympathy. You go and address the crowd that's going to be voting for you.
Yes.
That's the ones that you were more concerned with. You wasn't concerned about this man that got killed. You weren't concerned about that at all.
Not at all.
You wanted to go cater to the police department, and you wanted to cater to those that was out there rallying for your support, and they're tired of this, and then you saying shit like, well, we want to get these black people out the suburbs because they do not belong in your neighborhoods. What?
Yeah.
Have you forgotten that this thing is equal across the board, or supposed to be equal across the board? My money spent just like your money spent.
Exactly.
And if I want to live wherever I want to live, that's where I want to live. You can't tell me I can't live here because this is white, so that makes it right. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
And that's what keep things going, because you have people throwing wood into the fire instead of trying to put the fire out. They're adding to that whole thing by saying certain things out their mouth, and they're on the biggest platforms in the world saying stupid stuff. And then you wonder why we can't get rid of racism.
Did y'all just see the article in the news about the black astronaut? He said that it's more scary in this day and age with the person that's in administration getting pulled over by the police than it is going out of space.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would think it would be going out of space because you don't know who you gonna see, what's it there. You don't know if the what you call it ain't gonna come back. The space shuttle gonna blow up, or you don't know nothing. It's the fear of the unknown. And you go up there, but you saying it's more scarier getting pulled over by the police than going out of space with the current man who's in office. That's bad. One of the only black astronauts, the few that we have, that's one of his greatest fears, is getting pulled over by the cops.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
And my thing is, you would think that that whole situation would die down after everything that happened in the past couple months. And it seems like it's getting worse. Or is it because now we're paying more attention to it?
No, it's a simple fact that they still don't care. It's in the forefront, it's in the spotlight, but because they have who they have in office, who's not denouncing it and speaking out against it, they don't care. Because why would you still be killing us on camera? Why would you still be shooting people and you're on camera? They don't care because they know they're going to get off. And one of the things I wanted to say, there was, I don't know if y'all saw this video, there was a white guy in a hotel. And not that that's any bigger than Black Lives Matters, but just to prove a point. This white guy was in a hotel. The cop goes up and addresses him and tells him he needs to get on his hands and knees and he needs to crawl towards them. Don't look back. Don't do anything. Come towards me. And if you do anything different, I'm going to light you up. The guy was like, okay, went down on the floor and turned his head. When he turned his head, the cop lit his ass up and killed him. The cop got off.
That's yeah.
He got off. So they don't fear the fact that if they shoot one of us unarmed and kill us, that something's going to happen with them. Because now they're trying to say George Floyd killed himself because he took a pill. So it didn't matter the fact that they had their knee on his neck. He died from taking this pill. So they're trying to find ways to get themselves off.
Yeah.
So
same thing with Taylor. I heard that whole situation with Taylor. They're trying to say
they tried to get her girlfriend to say she was selling drugs, so it was okay for them to bust in her apartment and kill her. You had the wrong person. You had no reason busting in her apartment and lighting her up. You're dead wrong. But they trying to find a way to get off.
They had a situation that just recently happened up in Massachusetts where a soldier from the United States Army was found hanging from a tree. They said he committed suicide. It was nothing that was around that he was able to climb up, stand on, to hang himself from a tree. But he committed suicide.
Yeah.
And now let me just say this. This is the 5th person since the beginning of the summer. The 5th person, and I say 5th person because it's been 1 woman and 4 men that have been found hanging or murdered outside a United States military base and or was just hanging.
Yeah.
5th.
Yeah.
And they don't want to address this. And the reason they don't want to address it because nobody can hang themselves from a damn tree. You're going to jump up, you're going to pull yourself up in the air and put a noose around your neck, and then you're going to hang there. Come on, let's be real. But they making it where as though they pumping so much negative, so much bullshit in people's head, and they want you to believe it. And it's like, you know what? Some of these damn Trump supporters actually believes everything that's going on.
Yep.
And instead of looking at the shit with clear eyes and saying, you know what, this is not possible. They're comfortable with it because they don't want equality. They don't want this shit to be, they don't want us to be equal. And that's why they're okay with this whole thing with what's going on with the schools, what's going on with the coronavirus. And even to go even further, they was okay when he said, let's make America great again. When has America ever been great for a black man or a black woman? When has it ever been great for us? It has never been. But it was always great for them when they had people enslaved and they had us working the plantation. It was great for them because guess what? They was getting rich off the labor of black men and women.
Yep.
They was getting rich off of that. They was getting paid off of that.
Yeah.
So they comfortable with this, everything that's going on.
Yeah. Or did you hear about the black kid that they just found hanging in South Philly?
In South Philly?
Yeah, South
I missed
Philly.
that one.
Yeah. Yep. South Philly. Yeah.
So unmute yourself, Dart. Unmute yourself.
This one thing that I'm troubled by. That 56 in Haverford. They riding. The girl causes the accident. She jump out the car, grab the baby, and run.
Wow.
Killed all the people.
Right. Right.
So what happened with it?
That's it. They looking for her. She ran.
No, they got her. They got her. They got her. They haven't put it on the news yet because they want to make sure that she's been processed and in custody and secured prior to them putting it on the news. So it'll probably be put in the news within the next couple of damn days that she was arrested because they already knew who she was. So, but the thing is, they'll never put it in the media right away.
Right.
Wow.
So real quick, I want to touch on some of this because we got a couple comments before we bring our guest on.
I see it, guys. Hi, Helen.
It says something about weed. Weed is going to be legal in PA, and people that are in jail for small amounts are going to be released and charged will be dismissed, removed off their criminal record. I didn't know.
Well, with the way society is going today, and they're leaning towards the marijuana is okay. Yes, they're going to be discharging a lot more people who were arrested for drug offenses. And they are releasing them. They have actually, I will say in the last, and I'm not speaking on behalf of the Philadelphia prisons, although I work for them. I can't describe them right now because the shit is being recorded. And however, they have released over 6,000 people from the Philadelphia prison. And some of it is unfortunate because the crime rates is going up. And some of it is, and people didn't deserve to be arrested or didn't deserve to be locked up was getting released. So they're getting a second chance at life, and that's great. But a lot of people who have been locked up for BS drug charges, drugs that were planted on them as they were arrested, they are people that are being released, and that's good. And they should have their record expunged. for the things that have been placed on them, because realistically speaking, and as a black man, I can speak on this, Tony, I'm sure you can, Mark, you can, and even Dark, you can, because you grew up in his neighborhood and the environment, that as a black man growing up in North Philly, you're always labeled. You're never labeled as, oh, he can grow up to be somebody. You're
Right.
always labeled as being a thug, somebody that's probably out there selling drugs, sticking up people, whatever. That's what we always been labeled as. So,
Right.
and a lot of people, their futures were taken away from them because of bullshit charges that was placed against them. It gave them no hope in life, because once you had a record, you couldn't do anything else. Nobody wanted to hire you.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's true. So
Yeah.
so
Yo, 2 toots and the takeoff.
I was going to say I ain't hear the 2 toots, but I seen him jump his ass in that car fast.
You did the 2 toots because I tooted twice. I
He was-
tooted it. I'm on the takeoff because I saw practice over. Toot. Let's go.
Look, she the first pull out the parking lot. So, Miss Helen, I muted you, but you can unmute yourself. I'm trying to wait for your partner to jump back on. She was on. Unmute yourself real quick.
Okay.
Your partner jumping back on. She was on. I want to introduce y'all. I know we're a little early, but we can start now. And now you're freezing. I don't know if it's your frequency, but you're freezing.
Well, first of all, let me. How to I guess? Who, me?
No, not you, Dirk. I'm waiting for her partner to get on. It's 2 of them.
Okay. Well, let me do our commercial while we're in there. Y'all listening to another edition of Sadior Presents, an open conversation with me, Miss Dark Child, Simply D, Fast Lane, Mark 5. Each and every first and third Thursday, we here. Y'all tune in, listen to us, share the broadcast, and make sure you tune in.
All right, so what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm on the radio, I'm gonna go to music, but I'm gonna stop recording this real quick. So that way we can have 2 parts on YouTube instead of having this long ass 2-hour show on YouTube. We're gonna do a part